Welcome back, friends. Welcome back to the homestead. In this video, I just want to kind of look at the beginnings of this year, what we're doing in terms of growing stuff and what you should be doing right now in terms of what you could be sowing. If you've not seen us before, we're here in North Latvia, about 58 degrees north, probably about zone 4 or 5, I suppose. But it's not too early to get planting stuff. There's, I guess, a bit of a joke that whilst my friends back in the UK are busy planting and sowing and putting stuff outside, you know, we're here still with our feet up, not even looked at the seeds yet. But not here. We've got stuff to get on with straight away. And I guess the first biggest change that we've made this year is that I've doubled up on the growing lights. So we can now grow twice as much food earlier on than we could do in previous years. You can see already the shelves are decked out with trays of stuff. I'll just look at this. Go through what we've got here. We've got some pak choys, some Russian red kale, or ragged kale as it's called. We've got three different types of lettuces. Got onions. These don't look too great actually, but these down here, which you can't see, I'll give you a close up, look fantastic. Onions and shallots again there. They were the second batch. I don't know what went wrong with those, but anyway, loads there. And this year, first time I'm growing chilies and my own peppers and experimenting with some tomatoes. Basically, what we got going on here with the tomatoes, these are San Marzano, which is an Italian fleshy tomato, good for preserving. And I've done 10. But a couple of them what I've done is cut off the top. And by cutting off the top in the growth, it seems quite like sacrilege, but what you do is you force two shoots to come out sideways. And so rather than have one main vine, you have two vines, which you then prune quite carefully to have potentially more fruit without it being out of control. That's the main thing, without, having shoots and vines, sub-vines everywhere. They look fantastic. They're doing really well. So 19th of February. So our main tomatoes, which are in there in the kitchen, I'll show you in a minute. We've just Gita's mum has just pricked out and put into the main pots of growing. So we've got the deck out there, the double shelves which adorn by the windowsill, by the light, and we'll probably only get some grow lights for there as well to improve that. So this is our first succession. Well, the onions obviously are our core onions planting, but these are what we call first succession. So we're using the greenhouse. I've got a couple of videos I've done already on that about using the greenhouse. So we get a succession in the greenhouse, in the polycarbonate greenhouse, early on to give us those first few greens. Not especially survival growing crops. But it's fantastic to have pak choys and kale and lettuces really early on in the year, whereas normally you would be waiting till kind of midsummer. And it'd be good to have some chilies going on this year as well. So that's all very exciting. And then very soon, next couple of weeks, these will go out really, and then we'll fill these shelves with more stuff, our main crops, to grow out in the summer garden very soon. Other things that you could be planting now is what I just mentioned. You've got spinach, and there's a whole load of lettuces really. But any of those kind of leafy greens are great now. That like that cold weather that Latvia offers around this time, and they can survive a bit of a frost. With some protection in the greenhouse, they'll be absolutely fine. So. You could, peas, obviously we can get going now as well. They can survive a bit of a frost. Traditionally they're planted here on the 100th day, but I'll get those going straight away. Snow is just cleared from the field this morning. It's the first day today where I can see our main growing no-dig garden without snow on it, which is all very exciting, although we might get more snow next week. So that's good. Let's go and look at the kitchen. I'll just show you a few shots of what we've got going on there and how we set that up if you've not seen it before. And then perhaps quickly show you outside what's going on there. and talk through that.
Okay, so here's the tomatoes in the kitchen. They are, I'm filming now kind of halfway between them all being potted out. So that's why they're looking a little bit leggy, but we're waiting for more compost to come, and then we can get those filled out. So here's a shot of the lake through the kitchen, and you can see the where we've demolished the old greenhouse. And here's a few cabbages that I've got ready to pot out as well. So it's kind of all go in the kitchen really. Got lots of seedlings ready, and gonna have lots of tomatoes this year and a great harvest hopefully. So the other thing I've been experimenting with is trying to get sweet potatoes to go into slip, as it's called, to produce these slips. Growing sweet potatoes in our climate is very difficult, but I love a good challenge. And I tried one in a glass jar, which is quite traditional. Didn't do much, but half filling with soil seems to have done the business. So I'm looking forward to playing about with these in the new greenhouse, where it should be warm enough for long enough.
Okay, if we just walk down to the outdoors to the building site. Well, it looks like a building site. Well, it is a building site really. So this is where the new greenhouse is going to go. The old greenhouse has been taken down now. Did that in the week. The weather's a bit nicer today. You can hear the cranes are back in the background. There's some ducks arrive on the lake. I don't know if you can see it from here. So spring is on its way. I just need to, maybe today or tomorrow, it should be nice weather as well. We're going to come outside. It'll be the first time tomorrow this year that we can come outside, kind of work together as a family. So lots to do here, lots to tidy up, and then we can get marking where the poles are going to go and stuff like that. Because the old greenhouse was that way, as you can see, but this new one will be that way, facing south. So talking about all those greens, where are we going to put all those greens? Well, we're going to put them in the greenhouse where the chickens have been all winter. This looks, I'm going to have to perform a small miracle in here. Cockerel will start growing in a minute, I expect. So here we are with the chickens. Hello ladies. It looks like they're having some dust baths at the back. So they've made an absolute mess in here, but it's a good mess and it's going to be nice, fertile. So we've got lots of work to do in here to get this ready. So these will probably move out this weekend or maybe next week back to their pen enclosure, where they've got lots more work to do. There we go, right on cue. And then we'll sort this out and we'll get those greens in here and sown, and probably get some spring onions as well, and maybe a few other bits and pieces, because we won't plant the tomatoes in here until May, mid-May. A few eggs here as well to collect. Everybody loves a good bit of chicken TV. Yes, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, lots to do. But we'll see what difference it will make having the chickens in here and with those greens and the tomatoes later on. Yes.